I have this friend in my German class that has a neighbor that grows some of the hottest peppers in the world. I think he grows ghost chilies, and he grows some kind of Carolina or something or another. That's what he calls it. And it's the two hottest peppers in the world. I don't know if it's legal or not, but he grows them in his backyard. So I let him do what he does, and I'm not gonna tell on him or snitch or anything like that because I'm not like that. So if he wants to grow the peppers, let him go ahead and do it. If someone catches him and calls the cops on him, oh well, I feel sorry for him. It wasn't me that did it, so it's not like I'm gonna be the one getting yelled at or anything like that. Anyways, so my friend gets a bunch of this salsa and pepper stuff from him, and he actually has this challenge where if you eat one of the Carolina peppers, I can't remember what they're called, but I'm just gonna call them a Carolina pepper because I know they have the word Carolina in them. And if you eat one, you actually have to sign a release form that if your throat swells up and you can't breathe or anything like that, or you have to go to the hospital, he doesn't have to pay for your expenses. And that's kind of nervous in its own to think about that you have to sign a release form just to eat peppers from this guy's backyard. So if that's not sketchy enough, I don't know how much sketchier it can get. So of course, he's in my German class and he tells me about the salsa. So I figured it can't be that hot. He didn't tell me it was one of the hottest in the world. So I was like, it couldn't be that hot. So I opened up the pouch. I got these fingers right here. I went like that, and got a big handful of scoop of the salsa, and that is where I messed up. Cause you know how in salsa there's little chunks of the pepper or whatever, and in the pepper there actually happen to be seeds in it still, and the seeds are the hottest part of the pepper if you didn't know that. So I get a bunch of pepper and a bunch of seeds, and a handful of the salsa, and I just down it. I think it couldn't be that hot. It's not a big of a deal. He said it was hot, but I didn't think it would be that hot, so I just down it. And that is when I know I screwed up. My mouth goes numb, it's burning at the same time, my eyes start to cry, my nose starts snotting, I'm about to throw up. It's not a good thing at all. So yeah, I could have sworn I was going to throw up right there. And I thought my entire sinuses were going to fall out of my head because I was like snotting so much. It's really nasty to think about now, but I just figured, it makes the story better, so I'll go ahead and tell you. And if that's not bad enough, I went to go drink water. And, I got a little bit of water in the corner of my eye because I was drinking out of a water fountain at a school. And somehow I got a little bit of water in my eye, like I said. And, I still had the salsa. It was my right hand that I used to dip the salsa. And I went to go wipe the water out of my eye like that right there. And I got a salsa in my eye, which is one of the worst things I have ever done in my life. One of the worst feelings. So not only is my mouth numb, I'm snotting, my mouth is watering, I'm crying. It's just going through a lot of stuff. I'm about to throw up. But now my eye starts watering even more. My eye goes numb. I cannot feel my eye at all. It is not a good thing at all to have your eye go numb because you're literally blind out of that eye. And you obviously can't feel it. You can't move it or anything. My eye was just numb. It was so weird. I could move around my left eye, but I just couldn't move around my right eye. That was honestly one of the weirdest feelings in the world. It at least felt like I wasn't moving around my right eye. I may have been moving it, but at least felt like I wasn't. And this literally lasted probably close to an hour or whatever. All of this going on. I don't know why the kid brought it to school or anything. Maybe it was just like, hey, I'm going to torture some guy in my class. I don't know, but he's a wrestler with me. So, he knows me, and I think he was just trying to pick with me. And I guess he didn't think I was going to eat that much. And, I did. And it did not turn out well at all. It was just painful and one of the worst experiences of my life. But I'm pretty sure it was funny. If I was in his position, I'll be laughing. Here, let me look up exactly how hot these peppers are real quickly. Apparently this stuff is measured on the Scoville unit heat scale. Just to give you an idea on how hot this stuff is, I'm kind of going to tell you the Scoville unit, measurements. So this table is called the Scoville unit of heat. If you want to look it up on your own, go on Google and look up Scoville rating heat peppers, basically. And so a bell pepper that you eat is about 0 heat, 0 Scoville units. The pepperoncini peppers that you get that comes with pizzas and stuff in the boxes, that's about 100 to 500 Scoville units. That's kind of hot, but not really there. And once you get to a jalapeno, that gets to about 3,000 around 8,000 Scoville units. That's starting to get really hot. And if you think that is hot, you have not tried the Caspaccini or whatever. I can't remember how to pronounce it, but that's exactly what I had. That is 15 million Scoville units. I'll be surprised if my taste buds are still here. I'll be surprised if I can taste.